It's me and Carl Ruiz, the Cuban. You got carried away, huh? You thought those guys might jump us?
I already had a whole plan. Did you hear my plan? It was awesome. They were going over the railing, throwing out free elbows, throwing out lefts like they're nickels.
I loved your plan until you realized they were just high school kids minding their own business.
And then I said, I just overreacted, Opie. Let's just wrap this up. Nothing's going to happen here.
Were you stereotyping a little bit?
Well, why else would I come up with a fight plan? You got to know who you're dealing with. Know your opponent.
Of course.
That book, Shang Shou, Art of War or something.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a great book.
Oh, it's the best. My wife must have read that.
How long do like DJs live, like radio guys? Is there like a time thing?
We're not
like 40.
We're not like dwarfs.
We're like football players, like you get the restaurant that fails. And
If
you
you
make
make it past 40, you're going to be all right. If you make it past 40.
Okay.
Oh, I know a lot of radio guys that died young.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It just popped into my head.
But the drugs will do that to you. I didn't get any of the... I was out really when the cocaine stopped getting delivered to the radio station.
Yeah.
Music radio guys die young because they all did coke from their 20s on.
Wow.
Yeah, so their heart just explodes.
I never got that.
Right before they turn 40.
I just got free meals, which is probably going to have the same effect eventually.
My problem is I attach issues to the people that bring them to me. And the people that come to talk to me about global warming, I don't like the person. Maybe he's right. Maybe we are dying. But I hate the person that's telling me.
Can I call Dr. Steve about the poop thing?
Yeah, call Dr. I got a question for Dr. Steve, too.
I want to understand. You have any medical issues there, Mike?
No, I'm pretty good. I mean,
nothing growing on your body you want to know about or anything?
No. If he wants to give me a test or anything, I'll take it, but I'm pretty
Fingers
good.
in the hiney? He used to come
I've
up.
had it done.
He used to come up and do that for us.
He did to you?
I got to ask him about
homeless guys. I mean, if you're going to do the bit, you got to do the bit, right?
Yeah.
Scientists have proven that global warming is real, and so I'm going to go with what they think.
Scientists are nerds, and they don't get any girls, so they're skewed. Their opinions are skewed.
No, that's why their opinions are everything. They can focus all their time on figuring out if we have global warming or not.
You're 100% wrong.
How am I 100% wrong?
Nerds, what they're doing is they're upset that they're not getting girls, so they come up with all these plans, so they ruin the cool guy's day. Like, now we gotta worry, and this and that, and girls are all upset. It's a way that nerds get girls. That's what computers are. You ever go to Silicon Valley? Those nerds got the hottest girls.
No, they don't. And I'm going to prove you wrong, Carl, because you do have great street knowledge, and I've learned a lot from you. But let's do a little simple test right now.
Okay.
What was your hobby growing up?
Girls.
Before girls. That's the punchline, you son of a bitch.
Waiting for girls.
the hair on the ears. Like, why now am I getting hair on my ear?
It's the worst.
What is
it's the
that?
worst
like,
thing about getting old.
Why do you need it?
And and if you don't have a good friend to tell you, you don't see it. My poor father-in-law, he's my father-in-law, so I don't feel like. But I go to my brother-in-law's. I'm like, how the fuck do you not tell him?
Yeah.
He's got a bush growing out of his ear.
You can't tell him.
But you can. You can. Like I would tell my father. I'd be like,
But they'll get offended. We told our stepdad they moved to Arizona.
That's because your stepdad didn't love you in the first place.
Took my mother to Arizona, bro. We wanted to do like just a number 4 over his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Get the stragglers.
Bro, his eyebrows were like getting to know like his ears. It was insane.
Every boy had a hobby that they were really, really into and obsessed about.
Right.
And then when those hormones hit and you discovered girls, it was all over.
Right.
Scientists never discovered girls.
Those people can't be trusted.
They can absolutely be trusted.
Have you ever watched every movie? The villains, the really bad ones? Like Dr. Shabago or whatever the hell. They didn't get any girls. That's why they were killing everybody.
But we're not going to get anywhere. My point is, because they never got the girls, they had a lot more time to think about real shit happening in the world.
They had a lot more time to screw the guys that were getting girls over. That's what the hell did you just do? I just had 13 aneurysms. What is this, a bike highway? I hate this city.
That was a bad day. The first time the hair cutter went and just snipped some eyebrows.
And then it grows back even harder.
What the fuck? Because you can make it well into your 20s without them even touching that shit. And one day they broke out the scissors and went snip, and it's never been the same.
Oh, I had to do.
Now I got to keep that shit trimmed down.
Briss,
Said it's out of control. I got to do something about it.
Really?
I said, all right. Yeah, he said straight up, it's out of control.
For what? For you?
For the eyebrows.
You
Yeah.
look fine, man.
I just had them done.
Just had them done.
Yeah.
That guy. First of all, I pulled the Bob Kelly on you. Bob Kelly used to do that to me all the time on the streets in New York. He would just grab you at a crosswalk and go, watch out. And you would jump out of your skin, and then he would point at you and laugh in front of everybody. I just did that to you. But then a bike came flying through. And did you hear that car horn? That was on his bike.
Dude, that guy's like super Mexican.
He almost got run over by a bike. That would have been a wonderful podcast. It would have been our shortest podcast, but we would have got a lot of downloads.
Me getting killed by a bike.
And it took us out of that dumb scientist argument.
I'm totally right about the scientist thing.
Yeah, I go to the old man, and he said to me, first thing I knew the guy was going to be great because he's crazy. First thing he says to me, he puts his finger on my forehead, and he goes, second cousin, married, Bruce Willis. What? All right. And the guy was out of his mind, but he buzzed my head, shaved the beard, trimmed it up, and then he said, yo, you got to do something about the hair on the ears. And right. And I'm like, I didn't, they
What
get
about
wild.
the second cousin of Bruce Willis?
I don't know. I said,
Did you ask him?
Yeah, I said, you going to tell me? He goes, no, that's it.
And that's what makes him cool?
Yeah.
All right, so we got our beers. We are now sitting out on the Hudson River, actually, me and Carl, and it's a wonderful afternoon, isn't it, Carl?
There's a dog that doesn't stop yelping, and I'm going to kill the dog.
You're not happy? I'm not happy with this dog.
You're already rolling your eyes. You're like, oh, great.
Yeah, you and your dog. That's great. Don't worry about everybody else sitting out here trying to enjoy a wonderful afternoon. Oh, boy, it's whining. It's ready to yelp again. It's gearing up.
I can't stop laughing. Annoyed, entitled Opie is my favorite.
We're calling Dr. Steve right now.
Were you a sperm donor too, Jamey?
No, I was just joking about that. I gotta, you know what? I gotta.
Bro, that's your first question? He's quiet for 30 minutes.
I gotta be careful.
I'm not entitled. This
is Clash of the Entitles down here. Like, high-end, Upper West Side. We're on the water. They're drinking a $9 bottle of rosé they paid $7,000 for.
But in this moment, I'm just a regular person annoyed by someone's dog because they don't give a fuck about anyone. You hear me?
I'm going to start smoking.
Oh, she'll jump right up and be bothered by you smoking a cigarette, ignoring the fact that her dog is driving everyone nuts down here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Charles Perrault.
Yeah.
He had two families.
He's always on the road.
I'd have two families.
You know
dude.
who else? That I heard, allegedly? Jimmy Hart.
Really?
Yeah, because he...
From WWE?
Yeah, because he's in Tampa. He lives in Tampa.
But did the families know?
No, and he was in Memphis because he started Memphis wrestling, and supposedly there's a Memphis family and a Tampa family. That's what I've heard. I don't know.
And you just go back and forth, and neither family knows. That's
no, I think the
crazy.
second family always knows about the first family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to keep it quiet when you got that megaphone, too, bro.
Nice.
Anyway, we're at the Hudson River. Sully landed his plane right out here, Carl. Little history.
Good old Sully Sullenberger. The Jersey Ferries came and helped them out.
Well, how about this? My wife saw the entire thing go down.
You told me the story. It was an awesome story.
Well, I want to tell it for the podcast. Couldn't you make believe you never heard the story? Then I tell the story, and you throw in a couple like wows, and then
Let's do it again. Good.
you know my wife was an eyewitness to that whole Sully thing.
I know. She told me the story. Sorry, I'm salty because of the dog.
No, I
I would
don't
be
know.
happy if I had a kid show up at my door like a son, and he was like, "I'm your son." Like that, I didn't know. Not that I abandoned
That would make
him.
you happy?
Only if he's like older than my marriage.
I would be pissed because I'm like, I bet you the mom fucking raised him bad. I didn't even get a chance.
No,
said-
see, yeah.
That's what I would be
You
thinking.
got to swallow that and just take him to a couple of lunches, bro.
What, if all of a sudden a teenager...
You're a hugger too, man.
Yeah, dude, you can't
Take him
fight
to the-
that battle.
Take him to the garbage dump like your dad.
You're going to fight the past? Burn a little plastic. Have a little cookout with your boy.
I think they were going to... Okay, great. Bark your goddamn head off.
I can't. Oh, God. Let me take my rings and my jewelry off.
If a teenage kid comes to your front door, looks just like you,
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? You're bummed that all those years went by, and then you wonder if he was raised right.
I'd be a little bit hurt, but you know what? I would take him in. And I'm going to say this honestly right now. If I got a son out there, because I've been in and out of a lot of freaking trim out
Vaginas.
there, places, some things outside of Pittsburgh that occurred. And I just want to tell my son I love you, man. And if you're looking for me and you need me, man, I'm right here for you. Don't be afraid to come and approach your father.
Can I add to that? My son, if you're listening, if you're under 13, don't fucking come around, man. You fuck my marriage up. 17 or older, I'll take you. I'll love you. I'll get you a bedroom.
And somewhere an 11-year-old boy just breaks down in tears right now.
Stay away until I'm divorced.
Children are just given carte blanche because they're children. And that's why they stay children. Because if I knew that at 12 I can get away with everything, I'd stay 12. Because that was a good look for me, right? And that's what happens. There's so many man adults, like baby adults walking around with this little entitlement. And it's from how growing them up. Like I see these young kids, like every time I punch a new kid in the face, you could tell their face. They're like, I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm like, yes, it did happen.
Dr. Steve, we got Jamey Jasta in studio, and he's talking about donating your poop for money. $40 a load, right, Jamey?
Yep.
You know anything about this?
Yeah, it's sort of like the goose that laid the golden eggs.
Wow.
If you've got clean fecal matter, yeah, you can donate for transplant.
Well, what deems it to be clean?
Well, not having hepatitis A would help.
These kids today, they truly believe they will never get hit. I think that might be a problem.
So I was at a bar not far from here last year, and I was on a tear. And there was a kid, no more than 22 years old, my size, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't pick fights with people that are going to rip my head off, you know what I mean? And he's making fun of me. He's making fun of me because I'm on the phone. And I don't know how to spell, so I'm speaking out the text messages. And if you've seen my text messages, they're very vulgar, right?
And very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Because I'm like, why would he spell that word that way?
Right, exactly. So the kid is mocking me, and I could see it, and I just about had it. And I'm like 5 Jim Beams in. I get up from my bar stool. He's sitting there. He puts his head down, and I punch him as hard as I can on the side of his head. He gets up from the stool, stumbles. Now he looks at me. His friend's like, yo, man, what's that all about, man? And I just look at him. The kid just starts crying. He's never been touched. I took his virginity.
That's a beautiful story.
And he just started crying, and then I was like, I got to get out of here because I just punched a kid in the face.
Yeah, because now it's going to be your problem.
Right.
But in the old days, when you acted up and someone punching you in the face, you fought back and you learned your lesson, and you didn't get authorities involved in most cases. These kids today, though, sorry, now you got me going. Anything like that, and they're immediately on their phone calling the cops.
Best place to get those bacteria is from other people's turds.
Is this an Assassin's Creed plot? I feel like this is
I like her.
I think you like Asian, huh?
I do.
Because so far you've been looking at nothing but the Asian girls.
Well, they're so nice. And they age very slowly.
What do they do with the poop to get it ready for transplant?
Oh, you dump it in a bucket and you add a little fluid to it, and then you give it back into the person through an element bag.
Do you taste it like you're cooking? Like, it needs a little more fluid.
Now, came to me and said, I can't hire this fucking guy. He lied on his resume. And I go, who cares? It's a little lie. I forgot what the lie was, but it was really a little lie.
His weight or height?
Doc, I'm a pretty good public shitter. Like, I don't mind going in restaurants and wherever I have to go.
Me and you,
Jets
bro.
games,
Anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
But I leave.
Port Authority bathroom, baby.
If I have the shit, I'll go anywhere. So I left.
Hope we'll do it on the beach.
Yeah, I left Saturday from Tampa, and my body knows when I'm not in my own environment. I don't really get constipated because I don't have stomach pains or anything, but my body just won't shit when I'm in another state until it gets acclimated. How does it know?
Dude, who knows? It's amazing.
You should know. You're a fucking doctor.
Right. Honestly, and this is going to shock a lot of people, I don't really read. I don't really read. Is it that obvious?
You look at the picture books.
The shit cycle. You ever notice that? Like when you're with a dude, you all of a sudden you're on the same shit cycle. You're like, this motherfucker's got a shit at the same time as me.
Like periods?
When you're on the road,
we're syncing up.
Yeah, the shit cycle. Like when you're on the road with dudes.
I had no idea about this.
And then in the middle of the night, you stop at like a rest area.
That's because you stopped at a rest area.
No. There's dudes there's a lot of dudes on the road that they know to shit before you get on the bus. Like I'm going to get this done at night. Like we call them night poopers.
Yeah,
and they get it done. But then you have like occasionally like dudes where you're always like, this fool's in the stall again. Yeah, at the same time.
Who's premeditated?
Is that real, Dr. Steve? A shit cycle?
Yeah, that's that would be new science.
Do you believe in karma?
I do, but not like how people say you do one bad thing, a horrendous, horrible bad thing's going to happen to you.
I create karma. Like if someone screws me, I go after them. Don't you think that's more effective than letting the chakra beads and nature and sea turtles decide if this guy's going to get his head chopped off?
Well, but I don't think that's actually karma. I mean, that's like eye for an eye shit.
Well, that's real karma.
What about the ear hair, Dr. Steve? Why are we growing hair on our ears
That's a great
39?
Question.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, why? The older you get, why do you get more hair all over your fucking body?
And what about hair on the shaft? Like, why does it got to go up there? Like, just stay where it was.
Horrendous. The thing is that evolution doesn't care about those things.
Right.
So the things that are gross to us when we get older, well, hell, we used to die when we were 20, 30 years old, and it wasn't a problem. So these are all things that evolution isn't selecting against.
I agree with you. These are pieces of joy, brother, and a lot of these guys aren't
worse than
accepting it.
stretching out your fucking piece and shaving it down. Shaving down the shaft.
Why would you need the hair that far up the shaft?
Right.
Why now?
Because your penis gets longer over time, so the hair has to keep it warm, so it's reaching out for that.
Yours does. We're Irish.
Hey, I'm not in your boat there, brother. I do all right. You talk about your own small penis.
I just don't know where we went wrong today.
Karma's going to get you, but I believe karma is more your overall life, not just one particular incident. It's how you handle yourself in life, and that's, to me, real karma.
I have a very black and white look on the world, right? If you make bad decisions, bad things happen. If you make
that's karma.
No, that's making a good decision and good things happening. If I hang out with a bunch of people with guns, I'm going to get shot.
I just feel like we're good. Selling shit and there's a doctor on.
$40 for your poop.
We should agree to all donate our shit. We're all too well off to.
Yeah, what about a mixed bag? How much for a mixed bag? Do you know, Doc?
Dude, I want to be an Uber driver. Now I want to fucking donate some poop just for the experience.
Walking around money.
People think I did it for the rate. I really want to try to Uber a little bit.
That's why when you see people that are like, "Oh, I can't get a job," this and that, motherfucker. Yeah. People are selling their shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
A friend of my brother's, a super nerd. I told him I was getting married. He told me, "How old are you?" I told him my age. He asked me questions about Marie. He was an actuary or something for the U.S. Treasury. Super smart guy, MIT guy. He asked me all the questions. How old is she? This and that. He says, "Okay." Goes on his little internet thing. He goes, "I'm going to give you a scenario." I said, "Okay." He said, "You're marrying this girl. No money, bad credit, this and that, and you got all these problems. Both of you got different issues." He says, "If I told you you had a 66.5% chance of getting shot if you walked down Avenue A, but you had a 0% chance of getting shot if you walked down Avenue B, which avenue would you walk down?" I would go, "Well, B, 0%. He goes, "Well, your marriage is A."
Oh, wow.
You know about the Times Square dudes, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're scary as fuck.
When I worked at MTV2, this guy came in, the Naked
Cowboy?
Yeah, and they go, "Oh, what's your real name? Can we call you real name?" No, call me Naked. And he said that to Dave Grohl, and Dave was like, "Oh."
I had him on once.
It was bad when they had him on
once.
How bad was it?
I hated him.
Be honest.
I did not like
But you would not
Cowboy.
book John Taffer?
Nah, fuck. Dude, actually...
I think since I turned 22, I never dated a girl under 40. When I was in California, I was dating a girl that was 57.
That's kind of a turn on.
Older girls, they know what they want. There's no like, "Oh, let's go watch a movie that no one's going to like a French movie with something." No. They're like, "You want to go home and watch Martha, or whatever that show is, Will and Grace, and eat ice cream?" I'm like, yes, I fucking do. I got pretzels in the car. You know what I mean? So Get to her house. We go through all the procedures. Everything's signed, sealed, delivered. We're all good, right? And wake up the next morning, and I have to get to work to the restaurant that I'm working for in Sonoma. And she's like, just go in the garage and take the convertible. The keys are in it. And it was a 2003 600 SL convertible. And I show up to work, and it was like, yo, Carl is a straight up chick sugar daddy, bro. Carl does not play. Carl has been in California for 4 days. He has a 600 SL. And I just love the luxury of older women. They're so luxurious. Like, they go with the flow. Nothing bothers them. They're not worried about a rash or a couple pimples here and there. They bang it out.
When you said luxury, I was thinking leather skin.
You piece of shit. You know, this is exactly why people don't like you.
You said luxury and you were talking cars. So I was thinking leather interior.
Oh, what are you saying? You said leather skin.
He was a good guy, actually.
I like both.
You know, he's out here with his family. He's got 3 children. They all look like him, which is nice these days, you know. And,
which is nice these days.
And he's taking his family out. Right. Yeah, but I think these days it's nice to see that still.
They were pissed at Dad because Dad was having a good time on the radio and the kids wanted out.
Well, Buzzy's in here talking about masturbation up in Buffalo and skeeting out in the winter, and his wife's sitting over here all quiet and peaceful. You know,
that's how it went down.
That's Trump's America, dude. That's how we're living these days.
Locker room talk.
I always plan for the worst, except once, my marriage. That's the only time I was melancholy, and everyone around me is like, dude.
But they were telling you, the little I know about that, I don't know what you want to say, so I'll follow your lead, but it sounds like a lot of the people around you were kind of warning you before you even got into it.
I look like an F-16 taking off of an aircraft carrier. Everyone's waving flags. I'm like, I got this! And I got hit with a missile like 2 feet off the plane. They're like, God, he's dumb. You know what I mean? That's what love does to you. It just makes you dumb.
I got a great story. A buddy, this kid down the street actually used to make me bury his feces when I was a child to hang out with him.
Why?
And you're like, that's $40 a pop now.
You said that was part of a club you were involved with.
Yeah, it's the only way I could hang out with them.
Shit Barriers Club?
This kid. Yeah, but I was the only one working. Apparently, I was putting it overtime. But I buried about 200 doo-doos of this young fella.
Why?
This Italian guy. And then he passed away years later. He ran a boat into an embankment, one of those cement embankments when he was on pills. But yeah, man, I used to get out there and bury the feces in the morning.
How did he give it to you?
Yeah, how did he present it?
He just laid it on the ground out of his butt. Just straight out.
You'd shit on the ground, and then you had a...
Yeah, there was no handwork in between. I had one of those couple little shovels, like the kids had. And very kind of a delta sort of soil yard, kind of sand, a little brackish.
In a way, I feel you were molested.
No, I wasn't molested,
That's kind of like his gratification was you watching him shit.
Sometimes I would look the other way.
Yeah, but still, he saw it.
I gotta leave the show and go home and hug.
This is the craziest show ever.
I gotta go hug my kids.
I was like, you never did anything to hang out with the older guys in the neighborhood?
I wasn't burying their shit.
Oh, I'm the bad guy. He's denouncing his future kids by kicking them all out of his life. This guy, he's hiding Hulk Hogan's sex tapes.
He's donating shit.
We don't even know what this criminal's up to. He's silent.
I'm going to tell you a crazy story. So, we hire this photographer. And he literally costs as much as a Lexus, right? Like, wedding photography, those people should go to prison, right? Because you're taking pictures of a fat 35-year-old bald guy. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that much money. But anyway, that's for another day. So he brought a camera from the 1800s, and it was taking the puffy photos, whatever, on silver paper, whatever.
Oh, my God, no way.
Yes, bro. So I got married at the Library Hotel on Park Avenue, of course.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So we were taking pictures in front of the public library, all on the steps and everything, taking with this stupid fucking camera, and everyone's taking pictures of us because we got this old-timey guy. We feel like we're in like in a carnival, taking these stupid pictures with the hood over him and everything.
You had to put the hood over him?
It was the worst. I was so embarrassed. I hated it. And I knew how much it cost. I'm like, this is $20,000. Like, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? Took the pictures. So then I'm walking with my boy Renzo, my right-hand man, right? And we're walking back, and we're supposed to meet in Grand Central. And Renzo goes, "Those pictures suck, dude." I'm like, "I know." He's like, "You look fat as shit and tired." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Well, I've had a bachelor party for the last 2 months, you know." So he's like, "Let's just go get a shot." So we go and we start drinking at a bar while the whole wedding party is waiting for us in Grand Central Station. And all of a sudden, we meet up with my brother. He's walking down with his wife and everything. And we come and we meet up with my wife. And she's in her wedding dress. Livid. I mean, it was only 15, 20 minutes or an hour between there, right? So I walk in. She goes, "I want a divorce."
She said that on your wedding day?
Wedding day.
That is awesome. Right there, you should have known, though.
My brother looks at me, and I look at him, and it's one of those things only brothers can do. Like, he said 1,000 things to me. You know what I mean? And I looked at him, I'm like, what are you going to do? She's just angry.
And then fast forward how many years, and then it finally gets...
7 years, it just it hit a cliff. No survivors. Boo, 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 boo. Opie Radio. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.